Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about planning an overland trip, how to find camping, how to decide what route you're going to take. I'll show you what we use for navigation and the different maps that we acquire or buy, and just some basic tips. One of the first things is, as long as you have a capable, reliable off-road vehicle, it doesn't matter what it is or what brand it is. I know we all have favorites, and that's good. But having the confidence to get out there, making sure that you and everybody you're with is safe and you have a good trip. All this expensive gear doesn't really matter. I mean, there are some things that if you purchase that are super cheap, you're just going to end up throwing it out when it doesn't work. But you'll figure all that out as time goes by. I think the most important thing I tell everybody is get out there, have confidence, know that you know where you're going. You know, find the right motor vehicle use map so you know that you're camping in a legal spot. There's just so many things to think of before you get out there. But don't worry about spending all this money on gear. Plan a trip, get out there and enjoy it. Even if it's just for a weekend, they're probably the best first trips to do, is just one overnight trip. And over time, you'll decide, oh, this junk that I bought wasn't worth bringing with me, and maybe I need to buy this. And you can condense your camping gear down to a point where you're not overloading your vehicle, because I think everybody, when they first start this, brings everything but the kitchen sink with them, and your vehicle's overweight. and it's funny now to think about, but I think everybody's done that. So first and foremost, make sure you're confident, and you need to figure out what works for you as far as trip planning. But I'm going to go over what we do, and it's not perfect. It's not the way to do it. You'll find your way to do it. Okay, now that I'm done rambling on, I'm gonna take you through actually how we do a trip. Right now we're planning a trip for this summer, a 2-week adventure, and we're gonna go up into New Mexico because I found a place that I want to fly fish for the weekend at. And we're going to spend a couple of days up there near Red River. And then we're going to go into Colorado, and we're going to run some trails, some Jeep Badge of Honor trails up in Colorado. And we want to do the Alpine Loop and then go up into Montrose, Colorado, and take the Rim Rocker over to Moab. And Ashley and Haley want to see the dinosaur tracks and I always get this word wrong, the pictoglyphs and stuff like that up in Arches National Park and those kind of places. And I really want to go to Canyonlands if we can and do some trails in Moab, just general trails, stuff, you know, to spend a week there. Okay, so the first part of our trip, we are going to start over here, and this is in the Carson National Forest, the Tres Piedras Ranger District. And the areas I want to fish are over here near Rio de los Pinos, and there's some fishing up in here, plus up here in the Cruces Wilderness. There's a lot of these streams here are full of native brook trout. So we know we're going to want to be up here. Now, we've been here before, and there are some campgrounds. Some of these I do know are closed just from being there before. But, so I know I'm going to want to camp up here somewhere off this Forest Road 87. And now I know up here there are campgrounds along the river that are on a first-come, first-served basis. And I also know that there is dispersed camping all through all of this area. But if you don't know, this is how you do it. All right, just go to the internet and you look up the Carson National Forest Motor Vehicle Use Maps, MVUM. You can click on that and you go to the Forest Service website. Now, there's a section that'll tell you can download maps. So we go to the Carson National Forest, and I already know these are the different districts. I already know the district that the Cruces Wilderness area is Tres Piedras. So click on that, open it, and it'll give you the option to open it or download it. I already have it downloaded, so I'm just going to open it. And okay, it downloads it. They're, like I said, they're pretty quick. Now, make sure that you look at the legend, and the legend shows you, you know, self-explanatory. You can read that for yourself. But the big thing is dispersed camping on both sides. And, you know, with those little dots. So we know we're going to be over in the Cruces Basin Wilderness area. And the nice thing is you can blow all these up. So as you can see, there is dispersed camping everywhere. And since we've already been up here, I know there's a lot of already established camping areas. So I'm safe with this. I know that I can camp in these areas because we've camped further south as well. And we've kind of spent, I think we spent a week exploring around in this area. So now I know we shouldn't have a problem finding a camping area. So we go back, and I'm going to go back to Gaia here. Okay, I hope I'm doing all right with holding this camera. Now, I also know when we leave this area, we're going to be going up towards, what town is that? Hold on. Pagosa Springs. So I know when we come out how we're going to run around. I don't worry too much about that. And then when we leave Pagosa Springs, we'll be looking for camping. So we can go and check the motor vehicle use map out for this area, which I've already done, and I found camping. And then chances are we're not going to camp there. Probably we'll leave early in the morning, and we'll actually be able to make it all the way up into Highway 550 and get up into Colorado area that we want to go to. Now, I checked the motor vehicle use map for this area, and what national forest is this? the San Juan National Forest. Now, I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to go to my documents, downloads. It might take me a second to figure out which one it is. Okay, this is the San Juan National Forest. Now, this is Highway 550 that will be coming up from the Durango area. And as you can see, these areas are marked in a lot of spots for dispersed camping. So what I do is I kind of figure out how far I think we're going to make it, and then I start looking in areas for dispersed camping. Now, our plan is to run some trails through this area, so I'm going to shut that off, and we'll go over here to the map. And this is, excuse me, a map of, what's this map cover? I'll show you here real quick. This map covers Telluride, Silverton, Ouray, and Lake City. Now, okay, let me get this oriented here real quick. This is the Silverton area, and all this is mapped out or marked for the Alpine Loop. Now, I know for when we're on this that we want to camp down by Animas Forks, by the town, the old mining ghost town. Now, there is camping there. I already know that. You can pick that up from a lot of different places on the internet. They have camping. You can't camp in the town, but you can camp near it, and there's dispersed camping. Now, another area we're going to run is up through Engineer Pass and Poughkeepsie Gulch. And so you have to, most of this I think we can do in one day. That there is camping in those areas, so we've kind of already picked camping areas out, just like I showed you by using the motor vehicle use maps. And I showed you how to download them. It's not rocket science. So we figured that out. And let's see. One of our plans is to run, let's see, where's Telluride? Telluride's here. So this is Ophir Pass, which we're going to run. And then we've already figured how we're going to run up here. And then we're going to run Imogene Pass back over into Ouray area, which is here. And then we're going to either go south and run Engineer, or we may run further south down to all the way down to Silverton and come up onto the Alpine Loop this way. We haven't really decided which direction we're going to go there. But then here is Lake City, and, you know, we've pretty much mapped all that out. Now, from there, we've already decided we're going to go up to Montrose, and we're going to run, let's see, from there, we're going to run up to Montrose, and this is the start of the Rimrocker Trail, and I've marked that. And we're going to run the Rimrocker Trail all the way over here to Moab. Now, finding camping in Moab, free camping, was kind of tricky. I ended up Googling dispersed camping in Moab, which led me to some areas that you can disperse camp in the national forest over in, what's this area? Yes, over here. And I downloaded that map, which I have. Let's see, I think it's that one. But sometimes it takes about 2 or 3 different ones to figure it out. Let's see. No, I think it was this one. No, that's still the San Juan. That was when I was looking for Pagosa Springs. So I already have this downloaded somewhere. Okay, what was this for? Nope, that's Colorado. That's for the Rim Rocker. Let's check, see if it's this one. Nope, not that one either. I'm striking out all over the place. All right, it's this one here. And we'll be here in Moab, so we can follow this down. And it shows dispersed camping. So I imagine we're going to try to do a base camp type kind of thing while we're in Moab. So this way we have a place to go back to every night. So, you know, this is just basically how we do it. Now, this is one of the maps I got that covers the Moab area, which is right here, is downtown Moab. And so we've been looking at different places to go and, you know, different sites that we want to see. The other map that I have covers North Moab, which is up in Arches National Park. And you can see on these maps, they're pretty good with marking the different trails that you can run, the Jeep trails, Fins and Things, and Poison Spider, and here's Steel Bender. And on the other side, it's got a blown up section of Moab, which shows Hell's Revenge, and, you know, they're pretty good maps. Like I said, I think we're going to base camp. We're going to find a place within 30, 40 minutes of downtown Moab, and that's our plan for when we get there. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, just ask. Nobody's perfect with planning trips. Like I said, this is just the way I do it, and it's worked for us. Be safe out there, and we hope to see you out on the trails.